We have two people here. Hey, Pepper. Hey, Bill.
I had to mute until the door was closed.
Guy was saying he was going to be a little bit late today. They are celebrating his wife's birthday, so.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
So how are you two today?
Doing well.
That's good.
We were working on building some cabinets for our living room. We got a new TV, and I've got the wires running behind the wall, and I've got the wall mount. Now we just need the cabinetry for everything, and then I can wire it all up together, and it'll be good.
There you go.
Hi, Shaky Gamer. Hi, Brent.
I'm working on some more Advent of code tonight. So.
Doing some coding.
Yep.
I am doing some.
Shaky Gamer, it's been a very interesting day for us.
I'm trying to code. It's called Advent of Code. If you go to adventofcode.com, every year they do a series of puzzles that you have to solve, and you get stars and whatnot. It's just for fun. Usually you do it with like team members that you work with, or if you're part of a group outside of work. And you all try to solve the puzzles together. And then you see each other's work and how each other like solved it, you know.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Usually in coding, there's more than one ways to solve a problem, so it's fun to see how other people figured it out their own way. So.
Well, it's like everything else. There are multiple different ways to come up with the solution. And that's what makes things really fun.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Brent, by the way. Alright, I don't know. Maybe I should switch over to my art desk. Let me set things up.
Don't tell me.
Alright, I won't tell you.
No, I just told myself. Alright. Alright. Yep. 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 Why, you're on the wrong layer. So it is nice to see you two join me tonight.
Awesome.
I don't know how long I'll stay. Last time I said I would stay till 11, and then I was here till 11:30.
That's okay. However long you're here is how long you're here. We enjoy you being here regardless. Oh, I hear an eraser going.
Yep. So, got new blue pencil liners for my 2mm mechanical pencil today.
Nice.
And then I got a whole package of blue pencil lead, and it was supposed to be 0.7 millimeters. And I forgot to double check the Amazon order, and I got 0.5 millimeters. Luckily, I only had one pencil, mechanical pencil that was 0.5, so I didn't have to buy anything new.
What's funny is I actually prefer the 0.5 over the 0.7.
Well, I like 0.9, but you can't really find 0.9 very often.
I could see that. So I tend to stay. You're sharing screens, Bill. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figure better to see what I'm doing than to see my face. So. You don't have to share mine. You can share yours over mine. It doesn't matter. I just didn't want my face up there while I stare at a screen reading it.
That's all lies. I know him. He likes being the center of attention.
So I am working on my comic. So this particular page, one of the characters starts to use her magic in a different way than what she was trained to do, and she actually finds what she's really good at, which is kind of this search and rescue. So she had sent out this spell, and she is now, through the spell, connecting with all the survivors of this disaster. So I have her in the center, and then the frame border actually forms the connection with all of the people that have survived this disaster, and she's going to be pointing the rescue units where they need to go to save various people.
Cool.
And then when Guy gets here, he is probably going to be working on his cars, I would assume. Oh no, this is the 4th issue. So there's a ton of comics for these. This issue is taking me longer to do. I've had a lot of problems with it, but it's very nearly done, which I am so happy about and so stoked about. And you can actually find this comic at grabbing a link. Why? There we go. So this comic, it's taking place during the apocalypse, and there isn't much left of humanity. They're kind of in these pockets of like safe havens. And there we go. And then I'm going to be starting up posting the comics again once this issue is done. So issue 3 will be finished up because it's currently kind of stopped there and waiting for me when I have issue 4 done, which hopefully is here soon. And I'm going to be starting on issue 5.
I am working on the other cover art I need to do for Bill.
I'm a slave driver.
That's okay. Slave driving is just fine. We're artists. We tend to have the ooh shiny factor going against us. At least I know I do. Oh, I need to be working on this. Oh, look, I'm going to play with this instead over here. No, don't, no, no,
Did you paint on the wrong layer again?
no, even worse. I almost closed it down without saving.
Oh,
We need to add autosave to that.
Oh, oh, I just saw my life flash before my eyes. I don't think we have a graphic for that.
no, but I think we need one.
A graphic that says save early, save often.
Yeah. With the aliens from Mars attacks.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, this arm needs to be just a little bit more. Something like that. Yeah, that looks a lot better. We're all being so quiet and productive.
And then Guy comes on the show.
Gotta be entertaining.
Yeah.
There's an audience. They need to be entertained.
And chatty.
I don't do this full time. I code full times.
Pepper, I think you do this full time, don't you?
Yeah, I do. This is my full-time job, is drawing.
Well,
Although you probably wouldn't think it based off of my content creation.
And what I do, so this was my full-time job, and then back in March, we had a family emergency where I live, and I wound up taking over my parents' farm. And so now I'm doing that full time on top of this. So a little bit of half and half. We'll call it half and half.
We can call it half and half, whatever you decide.
lot of things bothering me about this guy's head.
Either of you two know how many viewers that are normally in here?
Huh?
Know how many viewers there normally are?
So it bounces. There are two of us that stream, so it's normally Guy and I, and we combine our streams together. So we get about, I don't know. He averages about 3 to 4 people, and I'm almost at that. I'm starting to get more people in on my side. So it just depends. We're still really small, and the whole purpose of this is less for people outside to watch, although they are more than welcome, and more of a accountability for the two of us to get stuff done. And our art collective to get more stuff done so they can come on here and they can work. And we're here every day drawing and doing work, and so people can come in here and get what they need to get done.
Yep.
So we would like to have an audience that watches us and enjoys and can come in here and draw or write or do the work that they want to do, the fun stuff they want to do, but they never seem to be able to find time for it. Well, when we stream, we welcome people to come in and, hey, while you're watching us, pull up your stuff and start working. And pretty soon you'll find that you're getting through that project you've always wanted to do. You start getting through it, and you just take it one day at a time, one step at a time. It probably won't win us any awards on Twitch or anything like that, but we have fun with it, so that's all that matters to us.
I am not looking at the screen. Is someone asking about this?
Yes.
Okay.
They were asking about viewers, and I was responding about viewers and what we're doing, kind of combining the do we do this full time with the unspoken question, which was what we're doing. Gosh dang it, did I do it? I did it. Oh well. Oh, oof. What are you learning right now? What's your presentation on? Vietnam being colonized by France. Oh, that ought to be a fun subject to do. Boy, because you could really go into you could talk about all kinds of things of how the French changed Vietnam, even down to how the cooking would have changed from a more Asian style, Southeast Asian style cooking to French and the French influences. Sorry, the cooking thing is that's what my degree is in cooking, and I actually did a study abroad in Southeast Asia as part of my culinary training. So I was in Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand learning to cook. Nice. every day. Every day I cook. Um, Currently, I'm in the middle of a. We got a lot of vegetables in, like radishes and celery and that kind of thing. And I am processing them and dehydrating them currently for various soups and spices and things of that nature. Because I don't want them to go bad, particularly with how expensive food is right now. Yeah, I think we have two two big crates of potatoes. We have a vegetable uh, two vegetable drawers that are full of celery and carrots and that kind of thing. Onions all over the place, radishes all over the place. So rather than throw them out, I would much rather, you know, pickle them, dry them, do other things with them so that we can have them later. Particularly with right now with how expensive food is. Yeah, I think that might be accurate. I'm not gonna deny it. I'm exposed.
I don't think I want to know if you're exposed.
He's exposing me.
Dirty.
I'm very dirty.
Right.
At least I'm not traveling. No, I'm the guy that's grocery shopping. I'm that math problem. And I only have a refrigerator that can fit X amount of food. Yes. It's the end of season, so we harvested a lot of stuff. We have chickens and alpacas here. And that's kind of their main thing. The garden was secondary. They're very much old hippies. I enjoy it. Like, so the whole idea of going out and joining the corporate world and all that, I've actually come to hate. I think there's a lot of mistreatment of workers happening out there. So for me to work on a farm and grow my own food and kind of go back from the more speedy tech life that we currently live, and to do more of this, like, I don't know, kind of slow it down, more nature of a farm is kind of appealing. Like, there's a sense of peace to it. Like, I'm starting to appreciate not speeding my way through a line at the store or rushing into a place to buy this thing, and just like, my driving has calmed way down since I started working out here. Like, it's weird. You know, I've learned to start taking things one day at a time, and it's not easy. By any means, it's not easy. But there's almost a sense of pride in it, you know? And a sense of peace and calm. And I've really been loving that. Just the random sound effect of someone filling up a water bottle. Yeah, a couple. A couple of dogs that we use for both alerting us to when things are going out on outside and to kind of protect the flock and that kind of thing. I miss when we used to have a cat, and I'm really starting to miss the cat, which is weird because we have two dogs and they're way more loyal than that cat was.
Was it a barn cat?
No, it was an indoor house cat.
Oh, okay.
But he was friendly and very playful.
Hmm.
Oh, old age got him. As with all pets, they don't live forever, unfortunately.
Alright. I'm gonna head to bed, gentlemen.
Alrighty. You have a nice night.
You too. Have a good night, everyone.
Get plenty of good Z's.
Will do. Night.
Uh-oh. Do we have more peoples?
Just me.
It's a guy!
It is. It was my wife's birthday, and she wanted to watch Pulp Fiction, so we watched Pulp Fiction, and it just ended.
Ah!
Happy birthday, Maya.
Happy birthday!
So that was a thing. It was fun.
Cool.
So now I'm here.
Yes, you are.
You just missed Bill.
Well, that's cool.
So how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. My test results are available, huh? That's interesting.
Mm. Do we really want to read those out loud on the air?
Yep. Oh, look. I'm gonna die.
You have scurvy.
Right. Yeah, well. He's like, kidney function looks great. Well, I guess that means he's not worried about me messing with the drugs. So we have the only problem that we've run into, or the only potential problem, is that the anti-inflammatory apparently confluences sometimes or something with the blood pressure drugs. So I don't know. I don't understand. I just work here.
So they're saying like if it's noticeable, it would be in the kidneys.
Yeah, they apparently, if they're going to have a problem, it will show up in the kidneys, and apparently my kidneys are just fine, so they're not going to change drugs. So there you go.
Cool.
Hi, Shaky Gamer. Welcome to the show, where apparently I talk about my medical things on air.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So I got 2mm blue pencil leads, not the non-photo blue, but like just blue. Like mechanical pencils, like normal mechanical pencil blue today. So I got it filled up right here.
I would say that sounds like a bunch of fun, actually.
Yeah. Also, what I didn't mention before was like Amazon was doing like some like weird sale on mechanical pencils, and like a set for like, I want to say it was $40 something, but then re-looking at it, I think it's more like 70 something. They had it marked down to $14 something.
Wow.
So I jumped on it.
Yeah, I don't blame
like 9 of these 2mm holder pencil mechanical pencils, and then a whole bunch of pencil lead.
I can't blame you for that one. That would do that too.
Yeah,
that's a great deal.
Yeah. So, I have to buy my nieces and nephews Christmas gifts still. So,
yeah,
11 gifts.
Woo!
Well, you have to remember, I have 8 siblings, and of those 8 siblings, only 2 don't have children at all. Ironically, it's my eldest sibling and my youngest sibling who don't have children. So, there you go. And it would have been only 10 had my sister...
Had it not been for those meddling kids.
Yeah, my sister basically, she's evicting my nephew. She's like, I'm done being pregnant. He's being evicted at 3 p.m. on the 15th.
There you go. When your mom gives you the eviction notice.
You kind of have to listen to your mom when she gives you an eviction notice.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Shaky Gamer, you have one sibling. I have one sibling as well.
I mean, I have certain siblings who wish that they had only one sibling. Or no siblings, to be that matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's par for the course when you have multiple siblings in the amount I do.
I don't know how old you are over there, Shaky Gamer, but I remember wanting to like kill my siblings. So. I don't anymore. I'm actually pretty good with her. She and I get along just fine.
I think everybody goes through that stage, though.
Yeah, although
At least a
I
little
think
bit.
sometimes you still want to kill your siblings, like when they kill the power to your.
Yeah.
Fair.
There are times where I want to kill my siblings, that's for sure.
Yeah, my sibling is markedly more successful than me, so I will leave her to her own devices. She's doing much better than I am. Very reasonable person. Although she would retort that I am doing much better than she because I have a family, which I appreciate.
I still don't understand on how that equates being more successful, but okay.
Guess it depends on whether you, just like we were talking about with these ribbons right here, whether you count family as a job. I don't know. I think some people think raising kids is easy. I think those people need to be like, they're misguided.
I know it's not easy, but like,
So good.
yeah. But I'm
Some
also
people are
doing
not
a
you.
harder route for kids than other people, so
Yeah, those some people are not you I'm referring to at this point. I mean, I've just
yeah.
run into people who seem to think that that's a thing. Like, it's easy to raise kids. And I'm like, well, you can keep saying that. Hope it makes you feel better.
I mean, you can think it all you want, but I mean, me and Bill, like, just for fun tonight, not really fun, but like more or less like seeing where prices are at with things to see like what we have to prepare for and everything.
Yep.
Like we were looking at some of the things, and it's like right off the bat, $400 something for one item that
Yep.
we're probably gonna need until they're about 2 years old.
You got it.
And that's only if the child doesn't break it.
Yep.
So
It is what it is.
did you and Maya ever have any problems with Kai breaking anything? Like as far as like no, I mean as a baby. Like what I'm trying to ask is like my sister back in the day, we instead of pack and plays, we had playpens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my sister broke 3 of them before they stopped replacing them. In like equivalent costs in the 80s till now, those playpens would have cost my parents to replace $300 to $400 every time. And so, like, did Kai ever have like a big ticket item like that you guys had to just replace because he broke it? Or is it like they're one of those things where you're better off not actually buying it because it's just going to break anyway?
I think the best advice that I ever got right when Kai was born came from my stepmom, who said, look around the house and find the most expensive thing that you own, the thing that means the most to you, and kiss it goodbye.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something that actually like is going to be recommended for me to buy, such as like,
I know.
A type of crib or a type
probably
of
the funniest
bassinet.
thing.
I'm asking.
And
I'm not asking for what I currently own.
She was not even.
She's not
even known for making snarky like comments like that. I was very proud of her. That was very Davis family, and you know she was a newcomer to the Davis family. I was very proud of her for that. That was one of my favorite things. She did that, and that was so funny. So the answer to your question is there's a certain amount of depreciation that you always have with children, all the way across the board, because you can't tell. So like you have like, because you just can't tell what it will be. Because the kiddo was really easy on a lot of pieces of equipment, but then he was really hard on like 1 or 2 weird things that you're like, well, that was weird. I'm trying to remember, because like we had this really cool it was the for a while there when he was really small, we had the high chair that bolted onto the side of tables because it was easy to transport.
Yeah.
And so we had that, and he just, I feel like he broke it or so, I don't know. Anyway, something like that. But it was like he was fine with everything else, and then that was the thing he broke. It was like, I don't get it. So my gut feeling, because I can't give you any direct instances at the moment. My gut feeling is you won't be able to anticipate it. That's my gut feeling. Because you'll think, haha, I am ready for him to break the playpen, and then he'll break the high chair. And then you'll say, haha, I'm ready for him to break the high chair, and he'll break the TV. And you're like, whoa, how'd you get there? Like, you don't know.
The TV thing, I'm going to say right now, me and Bill have, I think, created a very good solution for the TV thing. And that is, we have the TV mounted to the wall. So the only thing that we really truly have to worry about any child breaking in our house will be the cabinetry that holds and hides all the wiring for electrical and cable. Yeah.
There's a reason we safety do all of the dumb plugs in our house.
Yeah.
Because they will find it.
Well, like, we don't have to do it right away, but they're like, we would recommend it.
And did you end up locking yourself in your room so you could hide under your electric blanket?
Maybe.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. Right?
Maybe.
Anyway,
I may or may not have an electric blanket turned on over my legs right now as I work.
actually, sounds kind of nice.
That does.
All you've really done is just made a kotatsu. It's totally reasonable.
Yeah.
That's what we did in Japan all the time. Kotatsu are the best.
I haven't drawn these characters in the new style, like, fully yet, and I'm kind of enjoying this. I don't know if all of you guys can see what I'm doing, so... I know my camera is a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's also like half a mile away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried zooming it in, but then it resets every single time I go on stream, so it's like I either have to fiddle with it before I go on, and then I can actually, like, show you, or I go through OBS and then it takes forever. So, but I'm gonna say that I'm gonna call it a night because this is where I'm at, but I'll switch my camera to show you what I worked on. Alright.
I like that. He was like, dance to the music, dance, monkey, dance.
Yes. Alright. Fastest way with light. Alright, so I did the bottom corner. So I did the final pencils for the bottom corner right there because nothing's going to be impeding them. And then I have the lighter blue behind the bus, which I'm still working on. The start of the totem pole of the camp. The director and the assistant director with two of the kids getting off the bus and one of the camp counselors in the background. So what's missing from the image is the forest, the camp office, which is supposed to be behind the bus, and if you guys like, if I know Guy, you remember the original first comic, so this is supposed to be playing off the very first comic book cover that we did, and this is like updating it essentially. And so far, I really do like it. And I'm just enjoying the fact that I get to draw these characters again. And for those of you that are watching, this particular character is the assistant director. This guy right here, and he's only 4'9", so he's technically a dwarf, or a little person. So I don't get to see people with dwarfism in comics very often. So I wanted to make this character that way, and Bill was fine with it. So that's why he looks like a tall child. So. But yeah. I don't know. I think I still need to fix the sign a little. I guess you could say that, but Cheeky Gamer, honestly, I don't think he's gonna grow. He can always hope.
I think that was a joke.
Oh. Okay. Well. Alrighty.
I'm chuckling at the joke, Shaky Gamer. So thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm reading about something that's been going on. Buddy of mine from high school became the principal of a school in Salida. And one of his students made a threat to blow up the school. And did Pepper leave? Oh, you're still there.
No, I'm still here. I'm just turn off my camera.
That's fine. One of his students made a threat to blow up the school, and this buddy of mine, took him to lunch and talked him down and worked it out and got to the bottom of the problem and everything like that. And then the police hauled him away because you're supposed to call the police and have the police shoot the kid, sort of process. And so they locked him in jail and charged him with felony counts of harboring a minor and all this stuff. And he just got sentenced and stuff like that. And he had to go through the trial, and he'll never work as a teacher again, I don't think. I'm very sad about that, because he did the right thing. And I keep thinking about, as a teacher, who I used to be a teacher as well, I keep thinking about all the kids that I let slip through my hands because there were rules that said you could not do anything here. We couldn't help. We couldn't do something. And he did that knowing full well that the rules said he wasn't supposed to do that. And the judge since dropped the sentences down to almost nothing. I mean, he's got like a year of parole, and whereas before he had 2 felony counts and like 3 misdemeanors, and like they were throwing the book at him, and the judge stepped it down. But they just posted this message from the local mental health hospital, who pretty much, she wrote this scathing letter saying, look, you guys just threw the book at him because he was Hispanic and this is a white community, and you have not liked him being the principal of that school since the very beginning. And we all know it. Everybody knows it. We all talked about it because this is a little teeny community, and you didn't like that. Mm-hmm. And she was like, as a mental health professional, this entire thing is obnoxious. He did the right thing. He talked a child down from doing something bad, and your response was to punish him because you should have let the kid hurt other kids so that you could kill the kid. Mm-hmm. Like, that was her entire article. That's her entire note. And I'm like, yikes. So I wrote to him and I was like, dude, to the guy, I was like, dude, this is the most open school thing. Because we are, all of us from Open School, which is the school that's here, we're all very politically charged. We were politically charged in high school. We're politically charged now. But not politically charged in the way that the culture is politically charged. I mean, as in, we would go to the school board meetings and we would try to plead cases to the school board, and then we tried pleading cases to the Congress. And I mean, some of our kids actually went to Washington, D.C. and pled cases, and things like that. I mean, we were just politically charged. And so I wrote to him and I was like, dude, this is the most open school thing to get arrested for I can think of. I'm like, I am super proud of you, dude. I mean, not for getting arrested, but I'm super proud that that's, you did the right thing. And I said, I'm haunted by the kids that I know slipped through my fingers, and we couldn't do anything. I'm haunted by those kids. You know, they haunt me all the time. I said, you did the right thing, and that kid won't haunt you. And I'm like, you know, I know that's. I'm not one to necessarily say that we should go against the law or anything like that, but in this instance, that was wrong for the law. They should have patted him on the back and said, thank you for preventing a disaster, preventing a school shooting, preventing a bombing, you know? So, and I mean, part of it was he took the kid to lunch, and then when the police found out what was going on, they started a hunt for the kid. And he kept the kid away from the police for a little while until the kid calmed down, and then took the kid to the mental hospital instead. And that's what got the police mad. It's because they should have turned the kid over to the police. That's what the police feel. And so, but it's just, I've been following this case, and his sentencing was today. And I was just looking at
this occur at?
Salida. For those of you not Colorado people, Salida is out in the middle of Nowheresville. It's about 45 or 50 minutes south of here, of Denver, out on the plains in southeastern Colorado. And it's a little town. But the thing that hurts the most is he threw his career away. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us came from open school and became school teachers and taught in school and stuff like that. And a lot of us did, and we're good at it, you know, because we're not the kind of we're the kind of teachers that go in there and like, hey guys, how you guys doing? You know, like we're pretty laid back as far as teachers go, because our teachers were pretty laid back with us. So we learned and patterned from our teachers. And so, I mean, as a side note, I don't know if you guys remember, but just a few weeks ago, I went and saw my high school teacher and had lunch with him. And it's been, 30 years since I've been in high school. And he and I just sat there and chatted, and he asked me about all the things I was doing, and his wife was talking about my comic book. They keep up with us. You know what I mean? Like, it's 30 years later, and my high school teacher is still, checking up on me, making sure I'm still doing good. I went down. He's now retired, and he makes guitars. And I think that's so freaking cool. He's got this little workshop, and he just sits there and makes guitars. And I'm like, that's about right. That's like the most perfect loop for his life. But yeah, he and I were talking about this case, and even he was like, he did the right thing. And I'm like, yeah, he did the right thing. So this is the most open school thing. We are known for getting in trouble in the right ways, I was like, so open school. He and I were in the same advisory group, which is homeroom. We were in the same homeroom, effectively. And we were the same year. And so we're not like really close. We weren't close in high school, but we knew each other. I mean, the homeroom had 20 people in it. So, and that included my advisor. So it's not like we had a lot of people. Every year, the open school goes on what we call the wilderness trip, and we all climb up Mount Blue Sky. And there's a night during the night where we are all supposed to do what we call solo night. We're supposed to go away from the people, from the group, and set up our camp and everything like that, where we can still hear each other, but not see each other. And on solo night, this particular guy, he got woken up in the middle of the night because a deer was licking his face. And so this was an ongoing, that was the ongoing thing. We were like, man, you were blessed by the deer. You know that, right? He's like, I don't know, man. That was pretty freaky. It was pretty scary. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm sure that when you woke up and startled that deer, I'm sure that deer was pretty freaked out too. It was pretty funny. He's a good guy. And I still have I'm still looking at this going, that's a miscarriage of justice.
Hmm.
He's a good teacher. It's a good teacher that he just kicked out. They just kicked a good teacher to the curb.
Well,
You're like, on that note, I'm leaving.
on that note, that just kind of proves my theory that maybe me and Bill's idea of homeschooling our child is not that bad of an idea.
Homeschooling a child is more complicated than you think. I'll just tell you that.
Oh no, I know that, but anyhow, I'm gonna head out finally.
Finally.
Yeah. So, talk to y'all later.
Yeah, we'll get there. He's a good guy. I think probably what will happen is he'll move back up here into town, and provided we can work on it, all of us will figure out a way to help him get back at the classroom somehow.
Yeah, it really sounds like the police department wanted to get in on that school shooting action.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Are you looking it up?
I'm reading a Colorado Sun article about it.
Yeah.
And it's reading like, okay, the superintendent is kind of taking a neutral stance, but it really sounds like the police department was like, man, there are all these school shootings and he just ruined ours.
Right. That's actually one of the things that they had said.
They literally said that?
What? No. That's what she was saying. The lady from the mental health section, she was saying, darn well that you were just trying to get, this is grandstanding. Like, she literally called them on that. I mean, she didn't say anything. She wrote a letter to the judge, and it was an open letter, and so she released it to the family. But yeah. So that guy, that principal, he's an open schooler, and you've got to watch out for us open schoolers. We have a very kid first mentality. We also believe that, things that happen, like all these school shootings, can be intervened with if you just get to the kid and talk them down. We really firmly believe that. Get to them before things go south. All of those things that are happening are where the kid has spun all the way out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that kid's way out of, and and there's a firm belief on that. And he put his money what we've been saying, he put his money where our mouth is. We've been saying that, and he put it to test, and he got punished for it. And I don't think that's reasonable. That's going to teach teachers to do even more to stay awake and stay out and stay off of, and not intervene, which isn't going to make this better. Shaky Gamer, I hope to goodness you have an excellent time in high school. I hope you do. I enjoyed high school quite thoroughly. Did not enjoy junior high. High school was better. Junior high, and I didn't get along very well, which is funny because I was a junior high teacher. There's a little bit of an irony there. I think that's a loop irony. That's something weird, but it's all right. Anyway, I wish you well, my friend. I wish you well. I well, our stream ends in 10 minutes, so we will be going as well.
Yeah. But I got a lot done today, so.
I did not. In fact, I just found out I screwed up my own thing because I wrote all of this earlier today and then promptly screwed it up. So that's all right. Here we go. Shanky read your comic. Good night. I hope you join us again. We'll be here every night except weekends, so we're not here tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We'll be back Sunday night. You can join us then. I'm not sure either, Alexa. Alexa has issues. Anyway, good luck, my friend. Keep your eyes on the stars and all those things, and we'll see you later on. Join us some other time. Okay, I think I'm going to save this ish. Well, I'm trying to figure out whether I should save this as a clip or not. I think I should.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah,
I've already tried to close this once without saving it tonight.
nice. I closed this earlier today without saving it, and that was unpleasant because now I had to go back and retype the stupid thing.
Yeah, I almost had to redraw quite a bit.
All right. All righty.
Wow.
You wowing the article or what?
Yeah. Just, I'm shaking my head at it.
Right? I don't even know.
It's like, on the one hand, I understand needing to have a resource officer in case things have escalated to the point in which an active shooter is happening.
Sure.
But seeing everything that has happened with school shootings, even this past year,
Mm-hmm.
the police departments need to get the fuck out of the schools.
Yeah.
They aren't helping. They aren't stopping it. They aren't slowing it down. Arming teachers is not the solution. They're not stopping it. They're not slowing it down.
Well, not only that, we're being pulled away from. So, like, right now I only have kids for 4 days, right? Because I only have the kids for the duration, but I've had them for 8 hours for 4 days. They're 4 very intense days, and every time I get to know these kids pretty well in just 4 days. This last pass, I had one. Something's wrong in her life. I can tell. My teacher's spidey sense. I don't know, something. We can't do anything. We can't do anything. We can't intervene. We can't do anything. We can't get in there. We can't help. There's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem. Part of the problem is I can see she's in bad sorts. And I'm just a driving instructor. You know what I mean? Like, all I'm doing is teaching her to drive. But I used to be in a classroom. I used to be with real kids, as opposed to these fake kids, I guess. No, I mean, I used to be in a classroom and had kids through an entire cycle. And I don't know. I mean, this really bothers me because it's saying that it's illegal for the people who are most likely to put a stop to it, out of an abundance of safety for the teachers. Well, okay, but then they go postal and shoot up the school and kill the teachers. So your response is to kill them first. So really what you're doing is just coming up with a solution where the end game is a kid has a rough life, a kid has a horrible time, a kid has terrible life, and then cracks and you kill them. And that's like it. That's the solution you've come up with. And it's like, no.
And I disagree with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, these are real people. That's the problem that bothers me every time. It's easy for them to think of it this way because they don't know them. But there was a teacher who knew the 2 boys that shot up Columbine. There was a teacher who loved them. There was a teacher who exchanged jokes with them. You know what I mean? Like, those were real people. And when we take them into the abstract, it makes it too easy for us to think that children are not people, they are objects or something. Yeah. But those of us that actually live in classrooms, these are human beings. These are human beings that have dreams and ideas and concepts, and they've got their entire life ahead of them. And you're a caretaker, you know? And it's like, and here they're just saying, yeah, well, if they crack, we'll shoot them. And I'm like, you know, that's not exactly helping them. That's not, you're not going to, because of course the intention is, if you know that we will shoot you, then you won't crack, except that they're cracking because their dad beats them, or their dad rapes them, or, I mean, like, there's horrible stuff that's happening to these children. Yeah. And we can see it, and we know it's happening, and we know it's going down, and we're not allowed to do anything. And they're just proving with this court case, they're proving that that's exactly the case. And that is, we're not supposed to intervene. We're supposed to just turn them over to get shot. You know? So don't save them. Just wait till they crack and then throw them at the cops, and then the cops will shoot them.
Yeah. Just execute them. We have plenty of others.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so, I don't even know how to handle that one. This really hurts in a different way than the EV arguments I get into routinely. This actually really bothers me in a scared way, like more scared than I am about AI art taking away all of our jobs. scared that, innocent people who have been wronged, who've been hurt, they're the ones that are paying the price on this one. It really bothers me. And I don't know, man. They said we should arm teachers. I think I laughed for a good 10 minutes. I'm like, you give me a gun and the first thing I do is shoot my own foot off. Because I feel like so scared of it. and then there would be that one teacher. So you'd either lock the gun in the desk, at which time when the shooting situation came up, you'd forget where your key was. So you'd never be able to get to it. Or you'd leave it unlocked, at which time your first grader is going to play cops and robbers with it. So I'm sitting there going, there's no positive outcome on this. There is no way this is going to end well. It's just not going to end well.
Well, and I like the one person's point. It's like, you don't trust teachers enough to be able to teach the subject they're teaching, and you want to remove things from school libraries because you don't like what's being taught, but you have no problem giving them a gun.
Yeah, in the classroom with your child.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like teachers don't crack. I mean, what do you do then? Not only that, I mean, if the whole point of this is kids are bringing guns into schools and shooting people because they cracked, don't you think? How long do you think it'll take before you know that Mr. Smith's gun is never locked? And that gets through the entire school. How long do you think that'll last?
Yeah.
Right? Every kid will know that Mr. Smith doesn't lock his gun. And so when the kid cracks, instead of bringing a gun from home, he's going to go to Mr. Smith's desk. I mean, these people don't think these things through.
Well, it's like the open carry guys. They think they're big and macho with their gun, and no one's gonna fuck with them. And I almost want to walk up to a guy and go, you're the first person I'm gonna reload with if I ever decide to shoot up the place, right?
Right.
It's like, you are marking yourself with a gigantic target. Because the first thing I'm going to go is, oh, that guy has an assault rifle. Bang.
Yep.
Mine now.
It's just so weird. It's like people don't think it through. They don't think it through.
Yeah.
They're terrified. They're scared. I mean, I grant, I've got a wife in one school and a kid in another school. It's not like I'm not cognizant of school shootings. You know what I mean? Or aware every time we have a school shooting that literally 2/3 of this family is vulnerable.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. We know it. But the answer isn't to shoot first and ask questions later. That's not the way to fix this problem.
Nope.
And I feel like people who have that mentality expect that they will have the time to do something about it.
Well, that was the thing with the theater shooting.
Yeah.
There were 10 people with guns in that theater. And they all asked every single one of them, why didn't you fire back? And every single one went, because at that point, I was too afraid I'd hit an innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the time that they could react, it was already too late.
Mm-hmm. Well, and even the ones that, because those are the ones that were trained. That's what. But the ones that weren't trained were so scared they'd be shot that they stayed underneath the chairs so that they wouldn't get shot.
Yeah.
And
so this whole macho bullshit of, well, if I was there, I would have taken care of it. You know how many stories I have read of a person taking care of the situation in the 2 decades since Columbine? Or more than 2 decades, but
there's been like 3 of them. That's it.
Yeah,
maybe 4.
Yeah, that's it. Out of all the shootings. 4. Like, there was one in which a guy stopped a robbery at a store in Omaha. Because he had a gun and the guy didn't notice it, and he shot and killed the guy. Of course, the police confiscated his guns, and, there was a big hullabaloo, and he got the... I think eventually the NRA was able to buy, replacement guns for him. But it's like, that's not the norm.
And it's part of the dialogue that just gets so confused, and it's just so brutal. It's like, it's so weird, and it hurts.
And it's so filled with this macho bullshit attitude of everybody thinks they're the Punisher. Everybody wants to be the anti-hero vigilante, and they wear their Punisher logo, and they're not.
Real people get freaked out. I mean, the truth of the matter is, like you said, if you've got a big, huge assault rifle on your back, I'm going to sneak up on you and take you out first.
Yeah.
And if you're carrying hidden, the problem is everybody gets down when people start shooting. So if you're popping your head up to shoot back, you're going to get shot at. Which, unless you're a cop or an ex-cop or ex-military, that's actually fundamentally terrifying. Like, some part of your brain sits there and goes, I'm going to die right now, aren't I? I'm going to die.
Well, even for those people that are trained to deal with that, that's still terrifying to deal with.
But at least they have had that moment, so they're used to it. People who are civilians and have never had that moment, they're not used to it. And so all of a sudden that moment comes, and their body and their brain says, get down, just get down, stop doing it, stop. You're an idiot. And so, they do, and that's part of the whole thing. And I feel like people don't, it's like people think they're living a fantasy. The problem is they're making laws based on fantasy. I mean, here's my thought. I also think that we have like a lot of other parts of this that are completely screwed up. You're further out from town than we are. You've got coyotes and stuff like that you got to deal with. Having a gun at your location makes some sense. I'm in the middle of frickin' town. There's no reason for one to be here.
Well, and that was a discussion that a friend of mine by the name of Daryl and I had. And it's like, he has people he knows that are still like, he shouldn't have, I shouldn't have a gun.
Sure. And I get
because
that.
I don't need it. And it's like, I have animals to protect.
Yeah.
And so there's a difference between a farmer needing a gun to protect his animals and just owning a gun. And how many of these people that are, are screaming about their Second Amendment rights how many of them have actually been a part of a militia?
Right.
Which is the entire basis of the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
And yes, I believe that people should be able to own a gun.
Sure.
But it should be handled the way people own a car. If not even more harsh. You know, you need that level of responsibility. And there are some people that don't have that level of responsibility.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's real. That's real. It's just kind of one of those things I've been thinking a lot about. But this brings, I mean, the thing that bothers me is that my buddy saved a lot of lives. And that's the thing. It's like Tal saved a lot of lives by doing what he did. And instead of thanking him, we've slapped him with punishments, taken away his ability to be a principal, taken away his ability to teach, to be in a school. And he's even posted and said, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. It's so weird when you talk about somebody who is in school with you, when they start talking about race and you don't remember that they were ethnic. I didn't even think about it. And that's so weird. That's such a strange sensation. He just wasn't part of our group because he was more jock-like. You know what I mean? Like, we had cliques that were clique-esque, but they weren't cliques. And so, like, we didn't hate each other or anything. It wasn't like we dissed each other in the halls or anything. We just had groups, and he wasn't in our group. He wasn't somebody who played RPGs, and he wasn't geeky, and it was cool. Nothing wrong with that. Just wasn't part of our thing. Nothing wrong with that. But it's weird to hear them say, you didn't like having a Hispanic person in charge of the schools, and all I can think of is, you mean you legitimately turned an open schooler away? Like, why would you do that? We're great with kids. We do great in schools. It's like, I can't even, I'm like, oh, that's right. It was Hispanic. I didn't notice. I don't mean to say I didn't notice race. It's not the thing that came to mind,
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, he must have done an excellent job because he was very gentle. And he had a way with animals, obviously, because that stupid deer licked him.
But
it's
just the way we're
going.
I don't know. People have gotten strange.
I think my problem is the law has gotten strange.
Yeah.
That's my problem, is the law has gotten strange. People are one thing. But them throwing the book at somebody who actually stopped a school shooting, that's not right. That's just really not right. Especially since I can vouch for him. That guy is, even though, he didn't mean any wrong at all. It's not like he kidnapped the kid and beat him and locked him up in his basement. You know what I mean? Like, and that such a bunk thing. You can, if you're throwing the book at somebody because they were harboring a minor and kidnapping and all that stuff, you're just trying to be a jerk, right? Because like, that wasn't what he was doing. He wasn't doing any of that.
Yeah, even the article sounded like they were just fishing for things to hit him with. Because
Yeah, they were
how
trying to-
dare he ruin their chance to be in the spotlight, and it's bothersome.
Yeah, it makes me mad. That one makes me really mad.
Well,
Anyway,
it is after
on that
midnight.
wonderful note, I'm going to go to bed.
Yes.
I love you, bro. I'll see you in the morning-ish, maybe, or whenever. If not, I will
See you in
see
the
you Sunday
morning.
night. Okay. Good night.
Good night. Bye.